Alrighty, turn 22, December 28th, 1941. Let's see what's going on. Huh? Another useless base we captured for free. I don't know why we can't get a decent one or one that we need, but that's just the luck. Alright, looks like night base is passing with no incidents. Alright. No loading, unloading. Movement phase. Air phase. Of course, bad weather. Why wouldn't there be bad weather, right? Alright, Nels on airfield attack at Singapore. First one in, took some flak, was blown apart. Alrighty, 8 hits. That's not enough. Heavy rain though, what a surprise. Here comes some Betties in behind them. No Betty losses, 10 more hits. Alrighty, a combined raid at Baton of 66 Nels and Betties. .26 hits amidst thunderstorms. 20 more Betties. What I would love to have a couple days of clear weather over my targets, if we ever. I mean, by the time the weather clears, I won't need to be bombing these bases. Hit those troops there. Severe storms. Of course it's severe storms. I'm gonna do an attack there this turn. .105 casualties amidst severe storms. Imagine what I would do if it was clear skies. No hits there. That one AA unit there is putting up some good flak. No damage. What the heck? Looks like we hit all 3 of the units, though. I tell you, this weather is really starting to irritate me. Two cores there. Airfield attack at Johor Bahru. Wow. be a great turn if we had some clear weather. Oh wow. It is what it is. Alright, morning phase is done. Here comes the PM phase, and probably not a whole lot happening here. Just a bunch of recon and some patrols. Yep. Canceled, canceled, canceled. Alrighty, that's it for the air phase. Alright, attack phase. What do we got here? 4 cores there. 2 maul, 2 of good strength. Alright, here we go. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at all those zeros. This is going to be a very one-sided fight. Alright, they're retreating. Towards Puchang. Yes! They fled inwards, not out. Oh, wow. That's huge for me. Wow. That is huge. Got a lot of casualties, but they fled southeast instead of west. Oh wow! I thought for sure they flee west. Alrighty. This should be a victory here. I got 2 pretty much full strength regiments. Alrighty. Surrenders. Oh sweet. Oh nice. All 3 of them surrendered. Don't have to worry about them fleeing west. Look at those points. Tank versus the beat up core. Oh nice. Beat it up some more and it fled northwest. Alrighty, good land phase. Some ports being expanded. Now it's going to be producing stuff, moving stuff around for the end of the turn. Well, overall, the air attacks could have been a little heavier, but it seems like I didn't necessarily really need them in the couple places I did the attacks at. So overall, I am happy with the turn. It's nothing great, but it's another good turn for us. We beat up a ton of enemy units. Those 11 that were near Nanyang are just worthless now. And I'll be back in a couple minutes and we'll take a look at some stuff and see what's going on. Alrighty, not a fantastic turn, but yeah, a decent turn. We got a lot of accomplished on the ground. Decimated a lot of Chinese troops. So let's go ahead and start going over everything. Alrighty. Army lost points. Allies are up to over 1,000. We're still at 85. Sunk ships has gone up some. We got 5,600 points. Allies are still at 9934. Looks like we went up about 100 points last turn. That had to be at least pretty much all from destroying enemy squads devices. This report says 5 aircraft lost last turn, all mine. 2 Nels to flak. Rest were to ops. Let's see, 5 planes lost, 2 pilots. Not bad. We've had much worse than that. Alright, Shoho still coming hard. Let's see, that's gonna be pretty much what, February 1st maybe? We'll get those units. Anything new on the sunk ships report? Come on, get that out of there. Nope. It still thinks we've sunk the repulse, and that, yep, still thinks we have. We have not. Saratoga, Chicago are definitely sunk, and so forth down the line. So that's what, 469, 157, 600 points there. And even then, that doesn't add up right. So who knows what it's saying. Ship availability. We get AMC and a subtender next turn. On the 1st of January, we get a good number of ships, bunch of destroyer minesweepers, couple destroyers. Alrighty, keep going down. We don't get nothing until the 1st. We get a bunch of units then, and there we go there. Alright, January is going to be a good month for us. We're going to get a bunch of units. Going to take a look at production from last turn, whichever you want to look at it. Oscars, Kate, zeros, Vows. Hey, we got 2 Sallys. Good. We can use all the Sallys we can get right now. Alrighty, everything looking right. I wish our aircraft production was higher, but we just can't spare tons of supply right now to repair all the factories. Alrighty, that all looks good. Let's go ahead and why don't we pull up the combat reporter, take a look at the turn. No sea action, no other action. We got some ground action here. There's our capture of Temulo and the surrendering of the 3 Allied forces there. Base force, AA unit, which is nice because that AA unit combines into other units. I can't remember if it goes into a full division or just a super heavy AA unit. That won't happen now, so wiped out an Indian brigade. Alright, up near Cheng Chao and Loyang, we had some armor whooping the hell out of some Chinese infantry, caused them to retreat. I want to say that's a mauling of the unit, but the unit only had 45 assault strength to begin with, so it's pretty crippled. Here's my Nanchang attack. All these bases have the same name. We lost a lot of troops. 8 squads destroyed, about 275 or so disabled, but we wiped out, what's that, 1,200 enemy squads, to force all 12 units to retreat, which is huge because we'd wiped out all their guns, a bunch of engineers, non-combat, 536 combat squads destroyed. We pretty much crippled all these 12 units. Are pretty much out of the war right now. I'm gonna probably keep pushing them and hitting them hard. But the best thing about that, you can see the units here that are all crippled now. The best thing about that is that they fled the wrong way. Well, wrong way for them. They fled to the southeast, I believe, along the road, deeper, farther south into my interior, which means they're never gonna escape. I'll just stand. As they try to move around down there, I'll just bomb them and hit them as I can. They're no longer a threat. They will be cut off from supply soon, so they're never gonna get any better. I don't necessarily want to chase them down and kill them, because then they reform in Chongqing at a third of their strength, which is, I don't know. I still kind of feel blah about that. But here's a little artillery attack I did up by Aichang with the division, just to see what all was there. There's 4 Chinese corps there. 2 of them are mauled, 2 of them are not. So you can see, you know, the strength. They had pretty much twice my strength in that attack, but my tanks did nothing. So they are in some forest or jungle area there, so I'm not sure if I'll attack yet. I might want to wait for some more troops to arrive, but at least I know what's there, and I put them into my notes. Here's all my air attacks. Once again, there's no Allied aircraft to be seen anywhere. He is running, you know, search, you know, nav search and so forth with his float planes, the DO-24, PBYs. There's several other ones that the Allies had to use, and they're definitely running, you know, nav search. But as for strikes or anything like that, I haven't seen nothing for quite a while. Signet report. Let's see what wonderful news we get today. Hey, Medan has. Hey, San Fran and Pearl has a heavy volume. Wow, what a surprise. Yeah, I like to look at this mostly to make fun of it, but like I said before, every now and then you get a little gem in there. All right, ops reports. Go to unknown. Go through this pretty quick. Transporting. That regiment has to be close to being all the way up there. We're mostly just moving support at the moment. So moving garrison units around, moving supplies to Ankang. A couple units took some upgrades. Task force is being spotted. Me spotting them. Claude's still on the delay pool before they get returned to the main aircraft pool. Some more ACMs finished their refits. Bunch of planes down for maintenance. Sally's. We captured Temulo last turn in combat, and we flipped Hansa Bay. We increased 2 ports in the home islands, Ominato and Mizuru. Both went to size 6. Calcutta went to size 7 airfield, and Alice Springs airfield to size 2. Aircraft that are damaged. And we got a new sub chaser. I'm pretty sure that's one of the like 11 or 12 not ones that are not that useful, but they're useful in certain areas. They just don't have any legs. They can't do convoy escort very good, but you can put them into hunter killer groups of 3 or 4 and put them somewhere that you don't necessarily, I mean, you won't really kill them, the enemy subs, but you could possibly, you know, keep them submerged, you know, find them and make them a lot less effective. Let's pop that out of here. Let's bring my notepads over. As I said before, I use a software called Action Outline to track all my stuff. Scroll down, you can see all my notes here, all my stats. I do it every turn. All these stats I update every turn and calculate how much I've got increased or gone down, and roughly how much we have. I put all the information out of the tracker in here for my. So this is what I do my turn off of. I do movement complete, which is nice because then you know where stuff has stopped moving. So you know if you rail it somewhere and you forget about it, it'll sit there to remember. But by tracking this, and you know exactly, hey, something ended this turn, ended this movement here. I have to go take a look to remember where, you know, is it supposed to be there? Is it supposed to change, you know, hop off the rail or get on the rail? I've been tracking airfield damage at 5 strategic bases now. Patton and Clark, of course, Johor Bahru and Singapore, and I'm starting to do Rangoon as well, because that's coming into scope soon. Here's my China notes. You can see it's all listed by location and what I know is there. By this is stuff that I have done attacks for. I can see I did the attack near bombardment near I Chang to identify what was there, and I know all 4 cores that are there, and I know, from previous turns I know 2 are mauled. And then I just put normal notes in here for stuff that I could, that from recon you can see how many units are at different places. You don't have any clue what they are, but you know how many. And then as I get more information, I fill these in. I try to take notes of their strength. This my just the way I track my stuff, so I know what kind of strength I need to take certain bases. Here's that group near Nanchang that I just beat up last turn. It fled. It joined up with 2 other units coming up from the southeast. 12 of them fled, and it moved up into 2 other ones. You see they're all listed here. Almost all of them are crushed and mauled, combat ineffective. They do have the 86 Chinese cores now in there that will have, I don't know, a couple hundred assault strength, but still, if I can get my troops over there, I can smack them again and cripple that unit, and just different notes like that. Here's my notes for Malaya stuff. Temulo was on the list last turn, but since I captured the base and all the units surrendered, I remove it. And then I'm starting to go up into Burma and starting to track those as well. Then, of course, my normal basic notes. This one's important here. The rail construction. So I know when to go into the map and edit it to fix the rail across the river, and just stuff like that. This is what I do my turn off of. Just any note that might be useful to me, or that I might want to track, or even just look at during the turn. So we're all set here. Let's go ahead and start going through the different theaters. I always start upper left in Burma. Slow moving infantry battalion here. He's almost there. He might make it next turn. That'd be nice. Get over here. We'll capture that dot base. Then probably move down here to capture Sitang Bridge and so forth. Start taking some of these bases. Looks like he has some auxiliary. Oh, there's gonna be probably PBYs or whatever the British version of that is, to do some nav search or even recon on my bases. I took Ye and Tenbeya last turn, so these guys are moving up. Then we'll take this dot base, and we'll move up into Molmein. Other forces are still moving up into the area. It's a slow going over land, but until Singapore falls and you clear all the mines out of there, you really can't ship anything into Burma without heavy risk. At least I don't feel it's worth the risk. Still dropping off some supplies here. Yep. This is a new convoy here, dropping off men. Actually, I believe that's a base force we're dropping off here. Yep. So this is a nice size 4 airfield. I can get some more bombers over here, and we can start hitting more Singapore and Johor Bahru more often. See, Johor has a 75 airfield damage. Singapore's at 26. I like to get Singapore higher. I'm trying, but weather is really hampering these attempts. I took Temulo. We will take this base in this turn. Then there's this one here. Maybe we'll get lucky, and this one here will flip, and then we just rail right into Kuala Lumpur, and then one here. There's just a bunch of, we still are a week away from joining up here at Kluang. Sumatra, Java, still nothing going on. Just my subs sitting around in case he's moving ships around. I can pick them off. My men have not arrived at Sambis yet. 35. I think they moved 11 miles. They might arrive next turn. If not, it'll be the turn after for sure. I'm loading up troops here. Jesselton, I did not attack last turn. I wanted to give these guys a day to recover some. You can see the fatigue and morale's pretty bad. Fatigue's not that bad, but morale is bad for them. I may still need to bring more reinforcements in there. I don't know if that part of a naval guard unit is going to be enough. Coming over here into the Philippines to still moving troops. We haven't arrived at Iba yet. We still have all of our troops sitting here at Clark. Probably going to start doing bombardments soon. Let's see what kind of how that goes for us. It's at 53% airfield damage. Baton's at 45. But you can see heavy cloud. There's storms. Yeah, it's the weather's just not been nice. Pretty much everything in here is pretty much where it needs to be. I need to start moving these base forces down and bring the aircraft with them so I can get them closer. Start swapping out the fighters for more small bombers. I'll probably start picking off these islands that aren't occupied or don't require a garrison. Let's moving along here, picking up the troops at Manado. Not much going on in this theater yet. Just don't have the units there yet. Got picked up. We flipped Hansa Bay, which is here, which we don't necessarily want that much. I mean, I'd rather have one of these other ones flipped. That's closer. Need to get some supplies down to Rabaul. It is yellow. I don't know, 20 or 30K should be plenty for a couple months. Not much going on in the South Pacific at the moment. It's just, you know, some turns there's a lot of action. Other turns you are covering and moving on to the next jump off points. Ships moving down to truck and back from truck with men and going back for refits. There's my picket line again. Sitting out there doing nothing. Supposedly fishing, but we all know what they're doing. They're doing nothing. They're just bomb magnets to give me early warning should the U.S. decide to come pay a visit to Japan. I'm not sure what all I can actually do at this point in the war. I mean, I could take all my planes off of training and get, you know, try to figure out where he's going to hit. But with all my carriers out at sea, there's not much defense I can do. Although if he comes up here, I can send my carriers, like, you know, to the east and try to cut him off on his return trip. He could hammer me. I can definitely move all the ships out of the area. He can bomb my factories, industry, and so forth. But odds are, pretty good odds that I'll catch him somewhere at sea on his way home, and I could finish off the U.S. carriers, and that would be huge. Let's take a look up here in China. Still marching here. Oh, he'll be there next turn. Then we'll take Wu Chao the turn after, because that's just a base force and a headquarters unit. This guy's moving along good here. Oh, he'll be at Cancian next turn. There's all those troops that retreated. I haven't decided. I need to decide if I'm going to go down here and smack them again, or what, or just kind of leave them there to kind of wither. Up here to the north, there's where I smacked that one with my tanks out of the way, and giving these guys a little bit of rest, see if they rebuild some strength. Morale still a little low on that one tank unit, but I'm probably going to order an attack here. This unit has been smacked before, so we're just gonna kind of say hi and try to push it out of the way. Only 1 minute too low yang. I'm according to my notes, I think there's at least one full core there. I'm not sure what else, so we probably will not attack this turn. Gotta wait for more tanks to arrive. But the whole goal is on this front here to push Then we come down here and take Nanyang, which will be kind of hard. There's a bunch of units here. And then depends on which way. I'm hoping they will flee up the road to Cyan. That would be the best case for me, because I want to open up the road and the trail to Ankang. So if they flee up here, then they won't be blocking supplies, and I won't have to keep running up there and pushing on, hitting them, fighting them, and so forth. I can just start pushing men up here, come up the trail, get right up here, come over here, and take Kienko, and that'll pretty much cut off everything outside of here. But that's pretty much what's going on. Some longer term plans. China's still a mess, but it's every turn or two it's slowly going more and more in my favor. I still need to get my garrisons finished up and organized properly. I have that kind of on paper, but you got to do it slowly and carefully, because especially with the bridges gone, I can't just rail all over the place. So it's just gonna take a bunch of time. But that's pretty much the turn. If you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and give it a like. If you enjoyed my series that I'm doing and want me to continue, please go ahead and subscribe. And until next video, I'll see you guys later.